guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. It's your girl Zini and I am back again like I never left. If you're a return subscriber, thank you so much for coming back. If you are joining me today, Omo Osheo, thank you so much for coming back. Thank you so much for being here, brother. And please smash the subscribe button already. Guys, in today's video, I'm actually going to be doing a scrutiny, a breakdown of Anikulapo. You heard me? I said Anikulapo. Anikulapo is on Netflix, for those who don't know. It's a movie by Kunle Afolayan. See, I need to give him a resounding clap. I'm going to do that in a short while.
Do you even know love?
That's not even resounding enough. Guys, is the richness in African Nigerian culture, specifically Yoruba, for me. Like, every scene was a hit, back to back. Guys, this movie has been trending for like a month or more, and I just didn't feel the need to watch it because I'm someone who doesn't do trends. Like, when it's trending, I don't feel the need to be a part of it or partake in it. Do you get me? So I just wanted to watch the movie in my own time, and that's why I'm just watching it now, like a few days ago. We have talent in this country. Like, I don't know what is stopping us from being the real giants of Africa. Anikulapo. Guys, this movie had two lead characters, specifically Kunle and Bimbo, known as Saro and Rolake. If I tell you how they met, you will be shocked. Now, Saro came as a stranger to a land. Now, you know, all the materials, all the wares you saw, the characters that they wore, where the outfits all the characters wore in the movie, they call it Ashoefi or something like that. Ashoke, I don't know the name. You know, he was someone who specialized in it. He made it. So he actually was a stranger from another village who came to just, you know, try and establish his business. Now, it was on the market day he came. It started with him arriving at the market. Now, a lady met him. She's Shola, you understand? And she tried to convince him that instead of trying to like work and set up a business or whatever plan he had, it's better he works for her, and then she would pay him, and then he would save some of the money and then start his Ashoefi business, which he accepted. Now she served him food, and then the next day he started working. Now, Arolake, on the other hand, happened to be the last wife of the king, Hidioba, and she was envied by the other wives. She was being treated unfairly, and on the other hand, she didn't have a child, and she was the king's favorite. The king was always coming to her room, and the other wives were not happy with it. That's the older wives. Now, Saro, on the other hand, was working, and it was more of like a clay business, molding clays and all that, and he had to do it. Now, this lady, Shola, that's her real name, started making advances towards him, and he ended up sleeping with her most of the time, and he was being given biggest food. Now, a man known as Mr. Macaroni in the movie, that's his real name, Mr. Macaroni, walked up to him and advised him that this woman you're dealing with, she handles young men, treats them well, and then uses them as slaves, so you have to watch your back. Saro told him to mind his business, and he continued. Then one fateful day, the producer of this movie, Kunle, also acted in the movie. He also went to this woman's room, and Saro saw him and he became jealous. Like, this man told me in the market is true. This woman really uses young men as slaves. He approached her, he confronted her, and she was mad at him. Like, how dare you question my authority? I can do whatever I like, whenever I like. And that was how the whole matter ended. Now the next day, she tried trying to like appease Saro, after shunning him, and Saro wasn't listening to her, because he saw her with another man, which is this Kunle, the owner of this movie. He acted also in the movie. Now, to make him more happy, because as she was trying to talk to him, he wasn't responding. She now told him, actually, this woman set him up, gave him his own house, gave him his own, treated him fair and all that. Now, to try to like make him more happy, she told him that he was going to be making clothes, this Ashoefi, because she had already stabilized him. He was already making clothes. He had stopped molding clothes for her. You understand me? So she told him that he was going to make clothes. Like, he already gave him a gig to make clothes for the wives of the Oba. That was how he became very happy, and then they made love that night. And then the next day, he went to the palace to show the wives the clothes, the Ashoefi. That's the clothes. For those who don't know it, the clothes you saw the characters, the clothes the characters wore in that movie, that's what they refer to as Ashoefi. Now, he was showing them, and then they all left. It was a woman, I think a maid, that now told him that, oh, there's another wife. That's the last wife. Immediately she came in, they just clicked. She showed him the clothes and everything, and then when he was coming back from the palace to his own house, that is how he noticed somebody was walking, following him. The next thing, Arolake, wife of Oba Olori herself, jumped on him, and then they made love right in the jungle. When he got home, that woman, Shola Boabi was her name, that housed him, fed him, and made him who he is, already knew. These women, they have their way of knowing. She questioned him, and he lied. He was like, I went to see my friend. And that was how the whole matter ended. Now, guys, they started meeting Olorio and this Kunle, that's known as Saro in the movie, the Ashoefi maker, started meeting most of the nights, and they were making love to each other. Meanwhile, a daughter to one of the elder wives, that's the older wives, had a liking for this Ashoefi guy, because when he came to the palace to show them the clothes, she also came out as a princess to see the clothes and buy and pick her choice and all that. Now she came to the oldest wife, the youngest wife, that is Arolake, and they were talking about this guy, how they like him, how she likes him and all that, you get me, not knowing that Arolake is also has something to do with the guy already. Now, as they were, she was always sneaking from the palace to the guys, to Saro's room to, make love to each other and all that. And this princess noticed it. So one day she followed her, and she noticed that she went to his house. Now, meanwhile, this princess' mother is one of the wives that hates this Arolake, and she always tells the girl, the princess, how she steals the Oba from them and all that stories for the gods. Then this princess, when she went to her room, and when she came back from the room, now mind you, they already planned to elope. They planned to run away because they were in love. She told Saro how she wasn't happy being the last wife. She was married to him at 15 years, and she wasn't happy in the palace and all that. So they planned to elope. Even Saro also liked the whole idea of eloping, running away. So she actually came to the palace to pack her things when she saw the princess that followed her to Saro's house in her room. And she was asking her where she went to. She said, she just went to, the moon is her lover, so she went to receive fresh air. Princess said it's a lie. This princess, mind you, is the owner of this movie, the producer of this movie. Kunle Afolayan is his daughter. This princess. Now, he featured his daughter in this movie. Now, she said it's a lie. There is a lie that she's a husband snatcher, she's a boyfriend snatcher, this and that. That's how she reported. And they summoned Saro, and he was beaten out, out of the palace and he was left to die. Now Arolake saw him, and I don't know, there was this eagle, you know, diabolical stuff. Now there was this eagle that came and tried to bring him back to life and left a charm or something. Now guys, this is the part that got a little bit confusing. This is somebody that died. Anyway, this movie is all about Yoruba, and you know, when you say Yoruba, of course, this is a cultural movie, so yeah, some of the whole diabolical stuff will be involved. Now he was brought back to life by this eagle, or by this bird, I don't even know, and decided walking through the forest to somewhere else. Now as they were going, they met a man on the road, and he accommodated them, and this man's son died. And Arolake actually took, she was the one that carried Saro. She actually took that charm that the eagle left, because she used a stick to hit the eagle and it dropped the charm. So she now told Saro of that charm, that she took the charm, and this charm can be used to raise the dead. So let him use it and raise that man that accommodated them, that they found that saw them in the forest. Let him use that charm to resurrect the man's son. And he did. From there, the news got to the Oba of that village that, oh, there's somebody that resurrects the dead. That's how Saro started raising the dead. Raising the dead, raising the dead, raising the dead, raising the dead. Magician, raising the dead, raising the dead. From there, he became rich, because as he's raising the dead, a dead relative of somebody, of course, they are going to give him gifts, food, wealth, riches, house, and all that. From there, he established himself. That is how Saro forgot his helper, his messiah, Arolake. Guys, this movie, or more, if you have not watched it, you are a Nigerian listening to me and you have not watched Anikulapo, you are missing. You are what? Missing. Go to Netflix right now and watch that movie, because I need to give them another resounding clap, because it is not easy. Kunle is a master, is a pro. Guys, that's how Saro, back to the G, that's how Saro forgot about Arolake, the person that raised him from the dead. Do you get me? Because this man's supposed to be like 6 feet gone. She raised him. Now, he started getting other wives. Actually, he even slept with, the first thing is that he slept with their maid, because they were rich enough to get a maid to help them with the house chores, the cooking and everything. Now, because of the behind, Uku, Saro slept with this girl and got her pregnant and broke Arolake's heart. Of course, she kept the baby and she became his second wife. From there, he married a third wife. Now, it got to the part where this king, the king of the other village where they were residing, his son, that's the prince, died. So therefore, it was now the time for Saro to raise the prince from the dead. Do you know what this Saro did? He told the king that before he would raise the prince, he was going to give him, Saro, the princess, hand in marriage. Can you imagine? The king was astonished. He was angry. Now this king can't talk, so he has a mouthpiece, as a man that speaks for him. He was so angry, but he had no choice than to accept. Now the news got to Arolake. Can you imagine? Now this Arolake is someone who can have child. Like, I don't know, she has fertility issues. Even right from when she was the Olori, they used to give her this fertility herbs to take. So she and Saro did not have any child. She couldn't bear children for him, you know. And the other wives Saro married were using that against, you know, against her, that, oh, you can't even have kids, and all that. So it got to Arolake's ears that he wanted to seek the princess's hand in marriage in exchange to raise the prince from the dead. She got angry. Now, do you know what she did? Never you piss a woman. Never you push a woman to her limits, because she will do and undo. That's one thing you men don't understand. When you think you have the power, you can do anything and go scotch-free. But the thing is that we women, we are that delicate that we'll tolerate and we'll tolerate. But when you push us to our limits, what we'll do you won't be able to survive it. Do you understand? So she took the charm and she poured out the substance in it, because I feel that's the substance that makes the charm valid. So she poured them away. She poured it away and she left the house while the Saro was in the Oba's palace, was at the Oba's palace negotiating. The news already got to her, so she poured that substance away that makes the charm valid, that makes it invalid, and she packed her things and she left. His other wives were mocking her. She didn't even answer anybody. She just left. So the Saro came back to the house and he was eating, was asking for Arolake. His other wife told him that she has gone. No. He kept on eating. Then the king's messenger came to him, and that was where he decided to go raise the prince from the dead. And this prince did not wake up. The prince did not wake up, guys. Almost say embarrassment. Like, you are known for raising the dead. That is, people hold you in high esteem with prestige. Now it's the turn to raise the Oba Gongon, the Oba's son, the prince of the king of the village, of the kingdom, and you cannot do anything, guys. He did arise, O compatriots. The prince did not wake up. The charm is no longer valid. Arolake has poured the substance away. Maybe you want to get it. You got the house help pregnant. You got another wife. Now you want to marry the princess again. After I raised you from the dead, you are not okay. Something is wrong with you. I give Arolake upper hand. This Arolake's part, it was Bimbo here that played that role. And you know, Bimbo is a veteran. Like, Bimbo is a veteran actress. Like, she knows her job. She is good. Same thing with Kunle. It is the richness of this movie for me, guys. Now, when he was there embarrassing himself, all the elders were there. Oh yeah, raise the dead, raise the prince. Now, maybe that's what you've been doing since the prince did not wake up. That is how they carry. Of course, that's automatic death. He even started crying there because we are gone. He now remembered Arolake. Even he got to a point that he even slapped her when they were having an argument, because he told his other wife about her being a former Olori. So he was not. She came to Arolake came to approach Saro that why would he be discussing about her to his other wives? It's not fair. So she got angry with him and they exchanged words and he slapped her. Started reminiscing, started remembering all the things he's been doing to her, and he occurred to him that it would be Arolake. He even opened it to like try and bring out the substance, and he saw that it was empty. He was like, Arolake has emptied this thing. No, I'm dead. So eventually he was shot dead. The Oba himself killed him, and the last part I saw was the eagle came back. He was dumped at the forest, and the eagle came back. The bird came back, and he rose up from the dead, and that is where the movie ended. Now, guys, this movie out of 100, I'm going to give it 200 over 100. Yes, I said so. 200 over 100, because this movie is everything in all ramifications. Like, I wasn't even expecting anything less from Kunle Afolayan, because what? So I'm going to rate this movie 200 over 100. Like I said, I enjoyed every scene from the beginning. They actually kept me glued, because there are some movies I'll watch and I'll just want to abandon it and watch it some other time. Do you get me? Because I had to sit back and like watch every freaking scene. I even had to go back. The ones that I missed, I had to go back and watch. I'm not missing anyone. So please watch this movie. Now tell me what you think about this movie in the comment section, if there were any flaws, because Nigerians, we are very good at detecting flaws. No, they should have done this, they did this. No, they shouldn't have done that. They did too much. Tell me what you think about the movie in the comment section, and let's communicate basically, okay? Now, please don't forget to subscribe, don't forget to turn on your post notification, don't forget to share, don't forget to watch the movie if you haven't, forget the snippet I just gave you. Please, guys, don't forget to give this video a huge thumbs up, because I'm sure you loved this analysis. Like, who wouldn't? Okay, see you guys in my next video. For now, bye.